project Crash, and we're going to be meeting the artists and talking to them about the project and how it's going. Could you, obviously, I know what Crash is, but could you give us sort of idea to people who don't know what Crash is, what the project is all about?
Sure, okay. So Crash is the project that we colonised the moon, Hagen and myself are making with the Freehanders in conjunction with the exhibition Republic of the Moon. And the exhibition Republic of the Moon is all about what artists think about the possibility of their future interaction with the moon. And Crash is our take on the use of space probes and Mars explorers and moon buggies to find out things about stuff in space.
We want to design micro experiments. They enter a zone of time magnification which we can't see, which is like out of our vision, which is invisible to us. So we create kind of like, on one hand we create kind of like small space rovers in the design of like Mars explorers or Mars moon rovers, but also it's about creating these little experiments that go into this time magnification zone, which we then next week shoot in high speed to take a look on like processes which we usually couldn't see. We give a small award, a trophy to the freehanders for the most spectacular, most amazing crash in the time magnification zone. So what we hope for is that you build a little experiment, space probes that go into like this like secret zone or unimaginable zone for us.
Seen on television maybe, and you might have seen bits in like films and like that sort of technology, but it's something that when you actually try and think about creating, it's like, whoa, how did they actually come up with the ideas of like spaceships and things that actually feasibly could work? It's just sort of, yeah, there's a lot of it's like creativity, but you're trying to be sort of think about physics as well. It's quite hard to think of.
I like to design stuff and be creative, and then crashing it on, like, obviously. So yeah, so like thought of quite like a lot of ideas, like it's streamlined, like it's quite difficult because you're thinking of the physics and if like a sphere would work or not, but sphere, no, like, but we don't know. So just like initial ideas, but we're mainly going for like a rocket shape of like a V sort of head, which can just crash and then the force will go backwards.
We have to really think around the concept of fragility and how materials break apart and the chain reaction then that will come out of that to create the most beautiful evolving crash.
Today is Crash Day. Sue and Hagen are setting up the filming space today, and we're going to be talking to the cameraman about filming in super slow motion.
What projects do you normally work on?
I normally work on film, television, commercial projects, natural history as well. Anything where action is happening fast and you need to slow it down.
Why do you like working with high-speed cameras?
I love the variety that you get with high speed. You shoot, completely different subject matter from one job to another. So one day, it might be diving seabirds. Next day you'll be in a studio on a commercial, filming flames and explosions, to sports people, racing cars. There's a lot of variety, so that aspect is very appealing. And it's fun. Everything looks beautiful. Almost everything looks beautiful in slow motion.
3, 2, 1, crash!
The NASA style Pathfinder Mars rover. It's like a lot of details and
that's similar
tank and
that's similar to one of the ones that we came up with in the fact session, some of the designs, because we can see the panels on the front.
Thanks for coming along to our lunar screening. Lena and Helen have just gone off to get more pens and paper. We weren't expecting such a fruitful reception. So they're going to get some more pens and paper so you will be able to vote on your favourite crash. Anybody for number one? We've got 2. Number 8 was Swedish Sputnik.
Oh.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Whoa! Clear. And the last one was the one with the eggs, which was my favourite. Yay! You only get 1 hug. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh.
I think fascinating crashes. I couldn't decide whether to think of them as works of art or demonstrations of physics. Both of them were good. Yeah.
What did you think of the moon crash?
I thought it was really good. I thought it gives you like a different way to like look at film because like I don't know, I knew you could do slow motion, but then I think it just gives you like a new way of looking at it. Like I didn't know you could get like the way it was saying like is it 2,000 frames per second, is it? And then I didn't know you could do that, and I think and then I thought the glitter on that on the actual thing when they were doing that, I thought that was really good. But didn't know you could get that many frames, and then that's what makes it go really slow like that. I thought that was really good though. So yeah.
It was interesting. I mean, I was a bit sad that we didn't get to shoot in like 2,000 frames per second, but I still think 1,000 frames per second was like really interesting. And I think that actually looking at it, they look quite realistic, even though I mean they're obviously like models, and you can see that they're not like really spacecrafts, but it did look really interesting, and I think it was really good.